They've got that feeling again, and hockey fever is taking hold in Southern California. That's right, LA, start flying those flags and acting like you're hockey fans. Chicago is certainly a tough team, but the Kings have proven to be a force to be reckoned with in these playoffs, also a force to be reckoned with. Dave Joseph, public address announcer for the Kings. All right, Dave, give me your favorite thing to say on the microphone at Staples Center.
Fred, no doubt about it. You know, as much as I like to welcome the team onto the ice before games, my favorite thing to say is Los Angeles goal. His fifth of the playoffs, scored by number 11, Anze Kopitar. That's my favorite thing, Fred.
Now, do you develop
just off
your
the
own,
top of my head?
No, and that was wonderful. Do you develop your own style? I mean, how do you come up with the way you do things?
I do. I didn't at first, but when I first took over the job, I kind of wanted to make a little transition there where I wasn't kind of just jumping in with my own style. I think over the first year I developed, or half a season because of the lockout, unfortunately, I kind of developed my own style, got more comfortable with it. And I think this year I said, heck with it. I'll just do it the way that I'm used to doing it. And this is the way that I like to do it. And I hope the fans respond well.
Oh, they do. Now, whether it's falling behind in games or falling behind in a series, the Kings have a knack of coming back. What is it about this team? Because you've seen every game at home.
I have seen every game at home and a lot on the road too. And I think the major part of this team that impresses me the most is the veteran leadership. You look at guys like Jeff Carter. You look at guys like Mike Richards. You look at guys like now Dustin Brown, who's becoming a veteran. Marian Gaborik. These guys have been in these big game situations. They've been behind before, and they don't panic. And that gets passed along to every other member on the team. Behind them is a brick wall and Jonathan Quick. When you have him in net, you can win any game, Fred.
Does Daryl Sutter get enough credit for what he's done with this team?
I don't know if he does, and I just think that's because there are so many other good coaches here in Los Angeles. The Lakers excluded from that, of course. They're still looking for a coach. But Daryl Sutter, one of the best coaches, he's taken the team now to 3 straight Western Conference Finals. He's won a Stanley Cup in that time. When have we seen that in L.A., Fred? You're a big hockey fan. We haven't seen that in ever.
Right.
The first time in franchise history. So he doesn't get a lot of the credit, but also the credit should go to GM Dean Lombardi as well for assembling this crew. A couple of years, Jeff Carter, he goes and picks him up from Columbus. Now this year before the trade deadline, Marian Gaborik, again from Columbus. If those guys don't come into the lineup, the Kings don't win their first ever Stanley Cup, and now they're not in the running for a second.
Exciting time in Los Angeles, especially for hockey. Dave, I appreciate you coming down.
Fred, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay, we're back to wrap it up right after this.